That's just prime.
Hey guys, Dave here, aka Rodimus Prime 89, and today we're going to be doing another action figure unboxing. And today, the figure we're going to be looking at is really awesome. It's a really special treat. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Siege line from the War for Cybertron. We are looking at Jetfire, also called Skyfire. This is a big figure. It's a massive figure, and it's still not even the biggest from the War for Cybertron line. So this is a commander class. So I do have a better grasp of what the different sizes and classifications of the figures are now. So I have a little bit of a demonstration, not really demonstration, just a visual aid, if you will, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. So we have our commander class here. We have our leader class, Optimus Prime right here. Next we have our Voyager class. Obviously it's an empty box. I took Starscream out, if you guys remember my other video. That's the next size. Followed by the Deluxe class. And then the Core class. So, you take a look at these guys, you notice a gradual difference from Little Rat Trap here to Big Ass Jetfire over here on the other end of the spectrum. Now there is one higher than this. Those of you already collecting War for Cybertron figures, and those of you that have been doing so for a while, obviously know there's the Titan class. That's I don't have one to reference here. I'm not sure if I'm going to get one. There's a couple of them out there. I know they have a Scorponok, Omega Supreme, I think. Hasbro just announced a couple weeks ago at the latest Hasbro Pulse thing a couple weeks ago, they're going to be doing an ARC. The original Autobot ship. In fact, yeah, it's on one of these. The Ark. There we go. That's going to be a Titan class figure, and that's going to be even bigger than this guy. I'm not really sure to what extent. Like I said, I haven't actually seen a Titan class, personally. But if they're bigger than this, then they have to be insane. But anyway, Jetfire is a commander class. I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the way here. That was also a brief spoiler of some more unboxing videos to come. Here we go. So, I haven't been collecting these for very long, but I've seen this Jetfire, and I've seen this Jetfire, Skyfire, whichever you want to call him. I've seen him popping up more and more on the different toy forums I've been on. And he was released. I honestly don't know when he was released, but it sold so well they had to do a reissue, I think. I didn't get this from Hasbro Pulse at all, though, because I think they reissued it, and I think that sold out. So I actually ended up finding this online on Amazon. So it was marked up a little bit, because I think the original figure and the reissue were both closer to $80. I spent just over $100 to get this guy, but they're a little harder to find. Not impossible, certainly not if I got my hands on one. But it costs a little bit more. But I absolutely fell in love with this figure. I've seen people posting pictures of him, and it's just such a cool looking figure. I've recently been revisiting the original G1 cartoon, and he's a kind of a cool character, Jetfire. He's actually called Skyfire on the show. And a little bit about his history within the TV show anyway. Again, I haven't really followed the comic book continuity. I really don't have the most knowledge about that. And apparently this character has some crazy convoluted history. He's been called both names. There was like a whole legal thing about the cartoon using him. I can't get into that because I'm not the one to ask about all that. I really don't know. But in the G1 cartoon, his background is that he was a scientist in Cybertron, and he was friends with Starscream. They were both scientists, they both worked together, and millions of years ago, they were exploring just the galaxy, whatever, and they found an uncharted planet, which ended up being Earth, just millions and millions of years ago. So the two of them went down to the atmosphere, they kind of explored. Skyfire wanted to explore a little further, and he got caught up in some polar winds, I think, and he just kind of crashed, and he ended up getting stuck in some ice. Starscream looked around the planet, he couldn't find him, went back to Cybertron. So, millions of years later, you know, for those of you familiar with the cartoon, you know, the Autobots, Decepticons, they're fighting, the Ark crashes into prehistoric Earth. They're there for like 4 million years until they wake up in 1984. So, flash forward to 1984, Decepticons, Autobots are fighting on Earth, and the Decepticons, Starscream in particular, they're exploring something for some reason. I haven't watched the episode, you know, that recently. But they find him buried in ice. And Starscream remembers his friend, so they get him out. They get him out of the ice, and he basically gets them to kind of join forces with them. But Skyfire, being a scientist, is not really the violent type. You know, he really just wants to do... He's dedicated to the science, to the research, to bettering, you know, people, society, whatever you want to call it. So he basically finds out that the Decepticons are a bunch of dicks now. they're kind of the worst. And he has a change of heart. He ends up joining the Autobots, and he is a great ally to them because up to this point in the show, the Autobots are literally just cars, trucks, you know, that sort of thing, where the Decepticons are like the jets, tanks, bigger, cooler, you know, vehicles. You know, we don't really have a big guy like this. So not only is he an aerial fighter, he's a flying guy, but he's huge. He's a big guy. And I love so much that they really represented that with this figure here. He is noticeably bigger than Optimus Prime, who is not a little guy. So, quick look again. You've had a good look at this artwork now. This is more reminiscent of the Jetfire look, I believe. I think after the G1 series, they've had like Transformers Armada or other shows, and he's shown up as Jetfire in those, I think. Don't quote me on that. So this is this little mask here is more reminiscent of that. Of course, on the side, we have the Ark. Oh, I should have showed you that earlier. That's the Ark, Autobot ship. Same artwork from the Siege line we saw with the Starscream previously. And on the back, this is what I'm talking about here. So we've got his awesome vehicle mode, by the way. Just really cool looking. We have his Jetfire look here. And this is actually his classic Skyfire. I keep wanting to say Starfire. Skyfire look. So this is absolutely 100% straight from the cartoon. And you have the option to do both. It's just like a little face mask you can kind of put on him. You can kind of change his look a little bit, just depending on what you want to do with him. Yeah, a couple little accessories here. Looks like they even have blast effects included. This is a really cool looking character. So let's bust this bad boy out. Alright. Okay. Big reveal. He is a biggin'. Oh my gosh. Instructions. It's not a booklet, it's a whole fucking book, man. It's a whole manual. Oh. Alright. Just like keep them there. Let's take a look. You guys saw before I did. This, holy shit, man. This is a big, beefy guy. This is really cool. Let's start taking some of this stuff out. What appear to be blast effects are right here. Oh, wow. A lot to unpack here, literally and figuratively. It's a big guy, man. This looks to be a like a chest piece kind of thing. You kind of can put over that. Looks like some guns, like, I don't know, mounted cannons. A lot of guns and missiles and projectiles. I'm gonna have to take a look and see where everything goes. But as presented right now, this is Skyfire. This G1 look. Call me crazy, I just think this is a beautiful fucking figure, man. I know it's a weird thing to say about like a toy and action figure, but this is just beautiful, man. I love this. Oh, so cool. It's a big fucking robot, man. Oh, man. So I love the look. Let's see if, I'll have to take a look, because this looks to be like a heavily involved thing, man. I might hate the transformation. I really hated Starscream's transformation. A lot of that I'm sure is going to depend on how well things click and connect together, that'll be a big part of it. But expect this to like take me some time, because oh my god, this oh my god, how many freaking steps is this guy? This is insane. I already count over 30 steps. We might be in for a long one. Whew. 36. Oh my god. Alright, well, hopefully I don't lose too much patience. Let's get him out of the box. Aha! Free at last. Oh my god. This is a big fucking figure, dude. How cool is this? The red, white, and blue, like, all together. This is, like... Man. Prime is, like, the best character. Optimus Prime is, like, the best character, but, like... This might be the coolest Transformer. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys have a favorite Transformer figure? Again, I haven't been collecting these again for too long, but this is up there, man. I love my Optimal Optimus I had as a kid. He was a big guy like this. But right now, of like the ones I've gotten and I've been unboxing for you, this, so far, I haven't done the transformation yet, but like just the look, this might be my favorite. Oh man, I'll be yeah, we'll get some closer looks later. How tall is this guy? I feel like I saw somewhere, maybe when I ordered it on Amazon, maybe it's like, it's gotta be like 14 inches tall or something. That's taller than a foot, you know? I'm worried he's gonna topple over, but okay. Couple of accessories. Looks like 2 of everything mostly. 2 of these guys. 2 of these. Big ass chest piece here, which crazy. Is there something else in here? Looks like there's something. This might be his little face guard. There's something kind of wedged in here. Knowing my luck, I'd probably break it trying to get it out, so I'll mess with that later. I did see this cool feature on this. It's very reminiscent. I mean, not reminiscent. It's just a little nod to the cartoon. You see the Autobot crest on here. Check this out. Flip that shit around. He's a Decepticon. An obvious nod to the show, to the fact that he was a Decepticon. And like on the episode, I feel like he even rips off the fucking Decepticon thing. He's like, nah, fuck you, Megatron. I am now an Autobot, like, and he like slaps a sticker on there or some shit. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like literally what happens. He's like, no, he's like, I don't take orders from you, man. I'm an Autobot. Slaps it off and puts the new one on. So that's kind of cool. that's kind of neat. Oh, let's look at this awful, horrible, complicated transformation. Let's see how bad it is. And of course, we'll take a look at some well, I guess I could talk about some details first. Avoid the transformation as long as I can. Some cool things that we see here. Why not? We'll start with our articulation here. Can't talk today. Ooh. I don't know if I like that noise. But you can rotate. Good snaps so far. Hopefully that's the case for this transformation here. Arm can kind of move in and out. Looks like that is his forearm, elbow. Obviously they can bend 90 degrees. Hands can rotate. Hands open. And they flip out also. I think that's just a part of his transformation. I gotta say, the little pegs and everything look good so far. I'm actually feeling good right now. hopefully things will snap into place when I transform them. That's been a pain in the ass for some of these figures. Looks good so far though. Leg, straight out. Straight out. Good so far. Little flap here. Forward. If this giant thing weren't there, it looks like he'd even rotate back. Get some good range of motion there. These guys fold. Again, I don't know how much of that has to do with this transformation, or how much of that is just him. Cool little thrusters on the back. They rotate. I don't know if they're meant to be taken off. I'm not going to mess with that right now. Little flaps, wing flap kind of deals here. Got some here as well. This can extend out. Good flaps kind of open up down here. On the back. Looking at this guy, I think I'm really just going to have to figure some of this out when I'm transforming him. There's just a lot to unpack here. There's so much to unpack here. But yes, his wings. Up and down. Alright. Wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't obsess over head sculpts. This is gorgeous. This is so cool. Detail right there. Rivets. Ring there. Back of the head. Look at that, man. This is a figure that you look at and you know that like love went into this and like real care. You know, some figures that kind of phone it in, even like at the neck, man. Look at that. Some figures that can kind of phone it in. Get the sides of his face there, shape of his eyes, even like the chin. Like even look at his fucking chin. Like look at that. Yeah. And even just inside here. Really great face sculpt. Of course, you see here, you slide this out when he's in his robot form to make some of those pegs for them to hang on to. Love all the details on this. So much to love about this. These, like the knuckles. Yeah, they went through like so much care for this. Just really appreciating all that. It's great. Joints here. Details on his legs. All of that is really cool. This is something I saw on another video. Well, I'll show it when he's back in, I guess, when I'm transforming him for his flight mode. Because he could actually open this. And I don't think he can open it as is. Because this part separates, so you have to lift this up. This splits open, then you can lift this. But there's something in there, so we'll look at that. Oh, more detail on the vents. He's not going to have the torso twist, but he doesn't need it. He's got it where he needs it. If you notice, maybe it might be hard to tell in the lighting. Different shades of white even on here. This is a little more of a cream right here, and this is more of the white. It might be kind of hard to pick up with the light setup I have here, but you'll notice that throughout the figure. There's going to be some parts that are more just white, straightforward, and then some that are kind of creamy white. It's like it's some more details. Oh shit, I didn't even notice that before. Oh yeah, his head pushes back into the... Okay, so that's where it goes. Good to know. Good to know. More gushing over details. Whew. I'm just admiring all this. I'm sorry, this is really boring to you. I mean, it's probably like watching the fucking Enterprise on the first Star Trek movie, just sit there and space talk for like 10 minutes. No one knows what I'm talking about. No one gets that reference. It's just very long and it's very dragged out. You guys don't care about all this shit probably, but it's my video, so please watch and subscribe. I mean, yeah, sorry. Please watch. But anyway, more cool shit. Yes. I love how everything snaps right into place. That makes the long, complicated transformation totally worth it. Oh, you hear that? Music to my ears, man. Thrusters. And that's a big part of the transformation too. Yeah, well, you'll see. Some thrusters kind of come out of here and you kind of hook them up together. I love the clear blue plastic. I love this. Just the color scheme. I'm a sucker for red, white, and blue color schemes anyway, you know? So like, teams with jerseys that have like red, white, and blue I think are really cool. It's just, it works so well together. So like, yes, this deep dark blue, I just love this blue. Just matches that. Matches that. Just a nice, bright, kind of royal looking blue here. So cool. Yep. Even that's like pretty detailed, man. Like, look at all that. Like, man, some people just like wouldn't give a shit. But like, just the level of detail. Probably, you're like, yes, we get it. Details, we like them. Like, shut up. I'm like, well, it's just something to be said, man. Like, it's a real, man, that's a passion for the craft. I don't know if I gotta look at all this shit too. Alright. Yes. Very cool. I kind of went over the articulation. Maybe just get a closer look. Yep. So one thing I will say, these little pieces here, it's not the worst I've seen on a figure, but they can kind of, once you pop them into place, and these pieces up here, they can kind of like not always stay in place. But that would be like really my only knock. And even that, it's like, it's not as bad on some of those other figures at all. Like I could deal with that. Like, you know, I don't love that little gap right there. I'd love to just see that clean. But it's been worse on other figures. Like that's like the one thing about this, and it's like, it's not even like bad. I've seen these to like a really bad degree on other figures. Man, I'm nervous about this transformation because right now I am absolutely in love with this figure. I don't want to fucking hate this figure because of its god-awful transformation. I'm kind of nervous because right now this is by far the coolest fucking Transformer I have. Oh, man. Alright, let's have a look. I might have already fucked up the transformation just from kind of screwing around. Okay. Well, okay, guys, that took me a long time. I'm not even gonna try to bullshit you there. But you know something, I'm not even upset, man. A lot of these fit so, like a lot of the pieces, the little pegs or whatever they fit so well together. There was a point where you kind of had to force these in to kind of put them in place, and that was a little difficult to put them in there. But they're gonna hold in place though. It's sturdy. Ooh. Oh yeah. That is, yeah. I can't even be upset. Yeah, it took a little longer. But, you know, the Starscream probably took me about as long, and this is way cooler. This is far more involved. Starscream was just frustrating because a lot of the things just wouldn't snap together and connect, but this does, for the most part. What a cool looking jet. Man. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see how to transform him into his... Well, we'll see what other transformations he kind of has in him. Okay, I finally got this guy put together. Not terribly difficult. I just had to finagle it a little bit. Instructions are a little tougher for me to read sometimes with the pictures, but it's actually not that complicated. Once I kind of figured it out, it's not too bad. So it's all of his little guns put together, everything all connected here. There's a little peg here. Go ahead and fit that right in here. There's his big beastie plane, fighter jet. And he's got blast effects, of course. So let's see how they all look together. A couple different things here. Okay. Got the skinnier one. So we got 2 sets of 3 of these, it looks like. I'm going to put them together like so. And how fucking cool is that? Man, this is so cool. Blast effects and everything. What a cool looking figure. This is gorgeous. Something to note. I might have said it earlier, I don't know, but there's a little pegs here. For some other characters, you know, they could like grab onto. He's Skyfire on the show. He was only like in 8 episodes or something, I think, between the first 2 seasons. And I don't think he ever showed up in, you know, season 3 or 4. He may have, I don't know. But he was a bigger guy, obviously, and they use him a lot as like air transport, you know, and just extra firepower, you know, for the bigger flights. But he transported people. So these are meant to have figures kind of hang off of him. Maybe some of the deluxe class guys, maybe even Prime. Once I unbox Prime and some of those other guys, I'm sure I'll take some pictures of them kind of hanging on there just to get the full effect. But I think that's really cool. All right, what else we got? Okay. So there are also instructions on how to make the switch from Skyfire to Jetfire as well. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try my best to get him back into his Skyfire mode as quickly as I can. It might take a minute again. We'll take a look at him again. Maybe give him some weapons to hang on to. But then we'll go ahead and swap him to Jetfire mode, which is really just going to be this little mask and then incorporating this chest piece to his armor. So. Holy crap, you guys. That didn't take me too long. Maybe like, I don't know, 2 minutes? Not bad. That's just from what memory I had of doing it. Got him back for the most part. Still love this guy. How great. He hasn't fallen over yet. It's not a Dave video, it's when my figure falls over. Okay. Let's see how we can get him to his Jetfire mode real quick. Okay. So I need to keep these little pegs out again. Keep that out. Okay. Take these little these little gun deals apart. So these are the smaller pieces, it looks like. So just look slide goes where. So. Very cool. You know I'm a fan of the more simple transformations, but man, I'll make an exception. This is pretty damn cool. I ain't gonna get upset about this. This takes a little more time to kind of put together, but you know my big thing is that the pieces all need to fit together, and they really do for him. Everything slides right into place, snaps into place, and again, maybe that's not indicative of every single figure of Jetfire out there. Maybe it just depends on the one that you have individually, but I've had bad luck with Starscream and Dinobot. So right now, I'm pretty lucky with this guy. It's really good so far. It's got some. Man, this is cool. Big beefy looking guy. That's sick. What else we got? Guns out. Just connect these guys. Got the individual handles. Chest piece. Would you believe it? Chest piece goes on his chest. Go figure. Okay. Alright, guess that's it for that. And got his little mask. Whatever faceplate you want to call it. It's pretty sick, actually. Okay. Surely this needs to lock in somewhere. Oh. Need to open this little guy out. Because, okay, that makes sense. These open out. There are two little holes in here. That's how you get that sucker to stay in place. Just gotta match it up. Which I need to do. Much better. Much better. Is it gonna fall over? He will at some point, because it's a video I'm making. Give him his sweet guns here. There's what we did. Stand him still. So although his hands do open up, there is an actual like little hole that's still there. Oh, cool. That is really cool. Let's get his other gun in his other hand. Bing, bada, boom. Yeah, bitch. These are really going to piss me off. That is quite annoying. But what the fuck is going on? This book here. There's one bad hombre. There's a bad mamma jamma. Cannot get over how fucking cool this guy is. And if you, I don't know, if you feel the need to, I guess you can just blast effects. It's kind of cool, I guess you can just fucking fly off. Eat shit, bitches. Peace. man. Yeah, he is in the running, and he is in the lead of my favorite Transformer figure at the moment. Okay, so the transformation is a little more involved, but yes, it should be for a figure this big, like should be expected, but for as involved as it wasn't really that awful. And like I said earlier, something I kind of keep talking about with some of these figures, as long as like, if they can reasonably like snap all together, like there's a couple spots here that could maybe, you know, hold a little better, but it's not like, it's more cosmetic at that point than it is to function. Yeah, these are great joints. I don't like love the noise, but you know, they're good joints. They're strong. They're not loose. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of things to love about this figure. I love the faceplate. You can kind of change if you're a Skyfire fan or a Jetfire fan, if you prefer one look to the other. I really like the mask, but I kind of like the classic too. I don't know. I might swap back and forth between the two. We'll see. When I have them displayed, I think I might just have them. Hey, look, kind of swing that off of them. I think I'm gonna have him in his Skyfire look. Yeah, I think that'll be the look I will keep for him when I have him displayed. But this is still really cool. I'm gonna tinker with it more, figure out where these go exactly. Maybe they are right there, but I have a feeling they're not. It doesn't look like it according to the little diagram they give me, but I'm not really seeing where else to put these. Kind of just have them pegged here in the wings. If anyone out there watching this knows, like am I just completely missing it? It's totally possible that I am. I'm just not seeing where to put these, if not on the wing mounts right there, because there's a peg perfectly shaped for that. They just don't quite look right. No, that's kind of a cool look. Well, alright guys, I think that's all I got for you today. I had a lot of fun unboxing this and kind of just transforming him and checking, you know, I've had a good time just messing around with this figure. Yeah, at this point, I mean, I keep saying, I'm only going to collect this and then I'll stop. I mean, I might just try collecting the G1, you know, like these new line of toys for the G1 classic, like Autobot characters, and a handful of Decepticons maybe. Like I said, I'll probably get Soundwave. I've got my Starscream, so who knows at this point, man. I collect figures at this point. I guess that's a thing I do now, so. But really enjoyed unboxing this and checking it out. So thank you guys for checking it out today. I've definitely got other videos on the channel, other unboxings, and I've got more to come, so please like, subscribe, message me just through the comments. You can email me, primerodimus89@gmail.com. But thank you so much again, guys. This has been Rodimus Prime 89. Take care. Come on. Look. Jesus, dude. Look at your fucking gun.